What's up people, Base Brawler here, and in this video I'm going to be giving you guys my top 6 burst of power characters. Now, here's the thing. You guys may be thinking, wait a minute Base Brawler, there's 7 playable characters, how come you're doing a top 6? You'll see why. And it is a little unfortunate at the moment, but anyway, I'm just going to explain it. And here's the other thing you may be thinking, oh Base Brawler, you know, the Rice family, or the Rice trio, isn't maxed out yet. Guys, even if I do max them out, it's not going to make a difference, okay? Their position on this top 6 is still going to remain the same whether or not I level them up, okay? Now, a lot of you guys may disagree with me, and there is something someone mentioned to me where they're thinking that a certain character is still a higher tier than these 3, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference, especially that I notice in Inner Might. It doesn't really make that big of a difference when I choose to do so. But anyway, let's get started. Alright, so our number 6 spot is going to unfortunately have to go to Risotto. Now, Risotto actually used to be my favorite character, and she used to be really OP, and you know what? Screw it, she still is. But here's the thing. Considering the changes that Bullet has made to the game and everything, don't get me wrong, she still is really powerful, especially that air combo, but come on guys, I honestly think that that air combo is really all she has. She isn't really too unique outside of that, and a lot of her key blast abilities aren't really that useful. Her key shockwave, you have to really be right up to the opponent in order for it to work, and even then, it's like, it's somewhat of a gamble. And then her Spirit Wave is really fun to use sometimes, but for me, it doesn't really land. Especially when I was doing that one challenge to defeat Gloggle, and you guys know what level. That was just really annoying for me, and I didn't really like that, and so her abilities aren't really, again, too useful. But something I do like about her is her regen ability. That is something neat that Bula added, and that does give her uniqueness. And there isn't a single character on this list that I don't like or I think is bad. Like, even though Risotto is at the bottom of this list for me, she still isn't a bad character. And she would actually be higher on this list if it weren't for a change Bullet made to a certain character, okay? So anyway, number 5 is going to have to go to Raylene, okay? Now, the reason why Raylene is number 5 is because, again, it comes to uniqueness, but she actually, unlike Risotto, has some very useful abilities, okay? First of all, let's talk about Psych Up, even though I'm not using it in this gameplay. Well, I'm doing 3v3, I just noticed that. So, Psych Up, basically, you constantly regenerate spirit, and it's very useful. The only problem is that you remain in your whatever power level you have or health you have, you remain with that. It's just you constantly gain spirit and, I think stamina too, which, again, is a good thing. However, in most cases, it isn't really too useful. It only comes in handy, really, once you've, like, drained your spirit in Inner Might for her, and then it'll come in handy. But nonetheless, I do think it is, I'm sorry, more useful than the regen. Don't get me wrong, the regen is good because it's you literally heal, but I don't know, I just prefer Psych Up because your spirit it allows you to not get hit at all. You don't have to worry about health when it comes to using Inner Might, so you don't have to worry about that at all when you use Psych Up. It's just, you don't even have to worry about charging. Like, one of the buttons basically becomes mute when you use Psych Up. Her Tri-Key Blast is really useful. Her Spirit Wave also, not Spirit Wave, Spirit Blast is really useful. The Spirit Blast, like, pretty much immediately drains the opponent's stamina, which is really useful. And then I really like her design too. Her design is really unique. And technically she is the main character, but somehow she's number 5 on my list. Sorry guys, it's just, there's just some things about her. Power level wise, she's also like pretty much intermediate, like 74k really. I mean, there's a lot of characters out there with higher power levels. But anyway, let's go to our number 4 spot. Number 4 is going to have to go to Rizzo, and a lot of people are probably going to be upset with me about this. A lot of people will probably put him number 1. But here's the thing, okay? The reason why Rizzo moved up on this list is because his, what's it called? His, Angry Burst lasts longer. And as you can see, his Angry Burst almost reaches him at the moment 100k. So he, right now, technically is the strongest character in the game. And that's why I put him so high on this list, okay? Outside of that, guys, I'm gonna be honest, he... I don't know. He isn't really that good or unique. He has points for, like, usefulness because of, again, his inner might, or not his inner might, his Angry Burst. But that's all I can really give him points for at the moment, guys. Outside of that, he isn't really that unique. He has a Spirit Push. That's unique to him. No other character has that, but he also has a unique what's it called? Rush attack, but I rarely find myself using his abilities, guys, and he doesn't have any unique combos, and I really hope Bullet does give him some in the future, because even still at the moment, yes, he is better because he has a higher power level than everyone else, but he isn't really that unique to me, and honestly, guys, at the moment, he's very boring. If anything, he's like a tool right now, like, and no, I don't mean tool as in, like, the real-life term for, like, a butthead or something, or I don't even know what the real term for tool is. But he's like, he's useful, okay? He's useful, but that's about it. He isn't really that unique, and I do like his design, don't get me wrong. He has one of my, like, top 3 favorite designs in this game, but that's all he really has going for him, okay? So, now we are getting into the real legit characters, okay? Number 3, I think I'm on 3, right? Yeah, number 3 is going to go to Aros, okay? Now, some of you guys might have seen this one coming from a mile away, considering last update I said he was my favorite character at the moment. I said he was even going to top Rice. Ha! Little did I know. Anyway, Aros is like, okay, you know how useful I said Rizzo is right now? Pump that up by 10 times and you have Aros, okay? Aros has, unfortunately, no unique air combo, but F that, forget it, whatever. His freaking ground combo is freaking epic. Oh, I forgot to mention that Raylene also has a ground combo, but, not ground, an air combo. It's a vanishing one. But anyway, Aros has a ground combo, a unique ground combo. He also has these ki blasts, these fire blasts that are really useful. And they don't drain too much ki, and at the same time, you can just spam them. Like, there's no, cooldown on them. And it's just really freaking cool. It's just really epic. And he also has these ground blasts that are pretty much act as mines. Like, for those of you who have played the Final Power Level Warrior, you know how Lionel had those, like, mines where, you set them down and then you wait for your opponent to come up to them and get attacked? Yeah. Pump those up by like 5 and you have these fire blasts. It's just so freaking cool, okay? And he also has I can't speak. He also again has one of the stronger what's it called? He has one of the, I can't guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He has one of the stronger power-ups, okay? Internal combustion. It's just really useful. And then again, he has inner might, so that's a plus. I rarely use inner might with him. I mean, I don't see the point. And then he has enough stamina to where if you block, you can just regen your spirit like that. Like, it'll take forever for your enemy to take down your spirit or your stamina, and you can regen your spirit at the same time pretty fast. So this guy has got it going on, okay? The only problem is I'm not really a Ki Blast user, and I'm not a big fan of, what's it called? Sometimes I don't really see his Trip Mine Blast to be that useful, so those are my only negatives about him. Other than that, I love him. His design is pretty cool as well. I'm pretty sure like half of you have already disliked this video. Okay, but guys, bear with me, alright? So, now we're going to get into the real ones, okay? Number 2, and oddly enough, there are 2. This one's a tie. Rice and risotto. You guys can leave the video now. You guys know who the number 1 spot is. You guys can leave the video now if you want. I'm not sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. Okay? But anyway, let me explain rice and risotto. Sorry, did I say risotto? I meant risotto, okay? Alright, so rice and risotto are pretty much the same. I do personally prefer Rice's outfit more, but I'm talking about, like, overall as characters and stuff. I do prefer Rice's outfit more, but to be honest, guys, we're not talking about that. So Rice and Risotto have pretty much off the bat, they have very similar abilities, similar key blasts, similar stat bar and everything, similar unlocks. So that's why they're pretty much the same on this list. And lower than their sister, because their sister, I'll explain it later, has some more uniqueness to her. But anyway, she's just outside of this realm of, like, But, okay, so let me get into why Rice... I'll talk about Rice for the most part, because he's my favorite out of the 2. Why he's the number 2 spot, and he's past the Rose, because a lot of you are probably going to be upset about that. The reason why Rice and Risotto are past the Rose is because they both have a unique ground and air combo. Something that I think only... No other characters have a unique ground and air combo. These are the only characters with a unique ground and air combo at the same time. And that scores them points. A lot of points, okay? The other thing that's really cool about them, sorry for that sniffle, my nose is really running right now, I don't know why, is their key blasts. Their default key blasts, oh my gosh, I cannot have enough fun with these things, dude. I cannot have enough fun. There's just... Oh my gosh, they're fun, they're useful, it's just like, you know, whenever Vegeta gets mad at an opponent when he's losing and he spams Ki Blast, it just reminds me of that. It's just that feeling all over again. It's just exhilarating. Their potential also is really useful, their potential power-up. It's just... oh my gosh, I love these 3, okay? And Nostalgia also scores points, don't get me wrong, because Power Level Warrior 2 is the first new game that I played. I played the first one after, like, you know, it's been out for, like, a couple months, but Power Level Warrior 2 was the first Power Level Warrior game I played on release, so I gotta give them a little bit of points for that. Also, again, Rice and Risotto's designs are just too... They're just too stunting, man. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say, like... They're really cool. And just look at these, look, air and ground. Like, just destroy your opponent. Why would I put them lower on this list? Why, honestly? What reason would I have? Great, now I'm gonna get a freaking copyright strike for my stupid video. Because thanks Funimation. Thank you. Thank you so much. Number 1. For the best character in Burst of Power right now, solely based off uniqueness at the moment, is Risette. Guys, I know you already freaking put a dislike on the video. I know you already did it. But guys, give me a second to explain, okay? Just give me a minute, alright? You know what I said about Risotto and Rice? The exact same thing, but she has a Spirit Star. Instead of whatever that stupid blast is that just freaking goes through your opponent and doesn't even hit them. It's like a freaking... it's like, you know, like how Vision phases through... There's a Marvel reference, probably another strike on this video. You know how Vision phases through people? Like, that's what that Ki Blast does, okay? Risette has a freaking star. She has a star. Check this out. Hold on, I gotta equip it. She has a freaking star. It's like... You guys ever watch Gogeta, or not Gogeta, you guys ever watch Fusion Reborn? You guys ever watch Gogeta use that move on Janemba? Well, that's what you're seeing right now. That is what you're seeing right now. The cooldown isn't too bad. The only thing you really have to worry about is it not hitting the opponent again, but I mean, compared to that blast that the boys have, it really ain't too bad. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say, guys. Risette, just due to sheer uniqueness, gets points over the boys, okay? So let's recap. Alright. Number 6, Rizona, because she isn't too unique. She's still OP. And again, I love every character in this game. There's not a single character I wouldn't use for too long of a time. Okay. Number 5 is Raylene, because she has some OP abilities, but she still isn't too unique. Number 4 is Rizzo, because he is one of the strongest characters, but he has less uniqueness, in my opinion, than the 6th and 5th spot. Number 3 is Aros, because he is not only unique, but he also has a lot of cool abilities. Number 2 is Rice and Risotto, because they have pretty much the same skills, but at the same time, they have some freaking OP combos, dude. That ground and air combo is just, you cannot mess with that. You cannot mess with that. And also something I forgot to mention, something someone pointed out. No, I mentioned it. And number 1 goes to Risette, sheerly due to that Spirit Star, man. That Spirit Star. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, I didn't know that one little skill would cause her to become top on this list, okay? But she is. Risette, somehow you did it. You're number 1 on this list due to the fact that you have a skill that the boys don't have. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is just at the moment. I was waiting for 5 characters so I could do a top 5, but you know what? Again, might as well do a top 6 now that there's, well, 2 characters that are pretty much identical, and then 5 other ones. And so, I will update this in the future if Bullet makes changes, of course, but I seriously like what's going on here. I still personally prefer Rice, but again, guys, Risette, just because of that Spirit Star, she's got it. Okay, she's solidified on this list. I'm sorry. I don't care how much ki or spirit that those combos deplete. It isn't really noticeable if you're using Inner Might. So, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. Have a nice day if you're not already having one, and goodbye.